Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I am going to be talking on the brand new video game, Bodycam. So, for those that don't know what Bodycam is, I definitely recommend you guys go see some videos on it because in reality, like looking at the game when you're just watching the video and you hadn't really played it yet, don't get me wrong, like I am going to hype this game up, but I do have some issues with the game, alright? And I just think it's just one of those like modern day issues with games where I'm all like, bro, y'all need to be different, okay? Because it's just, it's like the game currently right now seems like it's just one of those games that's just trying to fall in line with other games that's out today. And that's the issue that I have with that game because I'm like, fam, this game has 1,000% potential to be one of the most successful games of all time. But the thing is this, there are some issues that I need to talk on, but yes, I definitely recommend you guys go watch some videos on the game because when you watch videos and you see this game, you're like, wow, this game is amazing. This game looks crazy. Like, I definitely have to play this game. I'd say it's one of those games where it's like, although it's currently a PC game right now, I definitely see it being a console game at some point in time. I definitely see it being one of those games where it's like, and the crazy thing about it is it's being developed by two people. One person is 17 years old and the other person is 20 years old. So it really trips me out. Like, that's where that's where gaming is at right now with indie developers, where and when when I was growing up and I saw indie games came off as like the games that you see today with bigger developers. Like, it was like tech demos, and, you know, it wasn't like really, and that game does kind of come off as a tech demo, but I have to say it's a more advanced tech demo, you know, and so, the game is in early access. It just, came out not too long ago, so I can't really complain too much about the game, but at the same time, I'm like, I do feel like the game can be better. Like, they could have added some more stuff to the game to where it's like, you know, if you don't want to play online, you very well can play that game by yourself, and it comes off as a game where those options can be added, you know, and I think I did see that. I don't know, I don't really see it no more, but I think I did see some along the lines like they might add a zombie mode to that game. So if a zombie mode does get added to that game, oh, it is going to that 100% is going to be one of the best games ever. I was like, no, I'm going to be recording videos left and right. I want to record videos right now with the game, but I just feel that with a PvP option only being added, like that's the only thing that you can really do right now. It's like, bruh, you have to understand that not everybody is going to want to play online with other people, going up against them, playing with them as their teammate and all that stuff. Like, if I very well could just play a game by myself, I will do that. I will 100%, I do that right now. I play, the majority of the games that I play, I do play them by myself, or I at least add that, or not add, but like more so use that feature where I don't hear nobody if they're on my teammate or if they're on the other side. The thing is this, as a content creator, you have to be extremely careful with who you come across on a video game. Like, I was trying to play Bodycam, but the thing is this, they do say that you can turn off voice chat, but then it's like, then when you do that, where you turn it all the way down, and it's like, okay, well, why am I still hearing people? Like, what's going on here? You know, it's like, I'm not trying to hear nobody. It's not even like, I feel like with Bodycam, voice chat's not even, I mean, yeah, if you want to talk with other people, you very well can, but I feel like it's one of those games where it's like, communication isn't going to help you. Like, that game is just mad intense, it's mad scary, it's like, well, not scary, but just, it's like more so one of those, like, not like scary like a horror type video game, but just more so like you really don't know who's gonna be lurking around the corner. You really don't know what's gonna be going on in that game. It's like you just got it's like a really intense version of Call of Duty, you know, but it's in a body cam viewing and stuff. So that's like the main selling point of the game. But then it's like when you actually sit down and play the game, it's like, bruh, I could go play another game and get way more features than this game is offering. Now, I think it's cool that you're adding a body cam viewing, but at the same time, it's like, fam, you have to have a lot of options in a game like that. You can't just have one option and then expect, like, the whole world to be fascinated by this game. I feel like a lot of people in the, like, just overall, like, FPS, community, yeah, they're gonna see this game and they're gonna be like, oh, this is sick, this is dope, a body cam style game, oh yeah, this is sick, this is amazing, you know. And then it's like I feel like the only people that are really being fascinated by this game is, yes, that people that do play online games, or they play games where it's like you're going up against other people. I feel like, yeah, they got a new game to play, but it's like somebody like myself where I play a lot of different co-op, single player like games where I'm just kind of going up against NPCs and stuff, you know, and it's not like going up against people. Well, no, actually I did hear that people are actually already cheating in Bodycam, and that's what I'm saying. It's like for that, and then also like internet issues and stuff, because I think I was hearing that people was it was taking them a while to like get into a game. I'm not trying to deal with stuff like that. I'm not trying to deal with cheaters. That's what I'm saying. I think that a lot of games nowadays where it's just focused on multiplayer need to have a single player option. So I'm not dealing with cheaters. I'm not dealing with people like I could just build my stats up just by going up against NPCs, going up against bots. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. So that's why I'm like, I'm really waiting to see what the zombie mode, if they are coming out with a zombie mode. I don't know. I don't really see it no more. Let me look it up real quick. Maybe they might have it on a website or something. Bodycam game zombies. Bodycam, nope. Best nope. Zombie game, nope. Nah, I ain't seen Bodycams on. It still feels like nope. Yeah, they're not saying anything about it. I thought I saw something about it. Maybe if I go to their Steam page, maybe it might be on there, but I don't know. Maybe they might have canceled out on that and stuff. Well, now the reviews is that mostly positive. I think that's good. Bound missions, develop intense, immersive, okay, nope. We chose and release access, community support. Yeah, it's like you definitely gotta listen. Nowadays, it's like you really gotta listen to the community with your video game, because if not, and you think you just gonna come out with a video game, you're gonna mess around and get the day before treatment, where it's like you just come out with whatever and you don't listen to the community at all. Yeah, it's like your game's gonna get shut down before it even comes out. Continuous improvements, include so adding new game modes, expanding our arsenal, and or introducing new maps. Your input will guide development. So they don't really say it there. I thought they did say it somewhere. Game modes. So what is the current game? Okay, so that's just the current state. How's the full differ? Currently the early access, advanced state of development. However, we still game modes features. Yeah, they don't say it. No, I could have sworn I seen it somewhere. They were gonna add a zombie mode. I don't know. Maybe I was just seeing things or something. I feel like it could have been. It overall could have been late at night, and I thought I saw something that was zombie related. But I mean, even if they don't, it's like they still should add like PvE options where it's like you're not going up against actual people, so it's like you don't have to deal with people that's gonna cheat, because that's like the sad reality of video games nowadays. It's like you got a lot of cheaters out there. You got a lot of people where it's like they want to ruin everybody else's experience, because I can tell you right now, like, I have played Bodycam, and there's been some deaths that I didn't experience in that game to where it's like, fam, how is that even possible? I just turned the corner. How do you already see me before I just turned the corner? And you know people ain't gonna be streaming it or recording videos of themselves streaming unless they're dumb. But if not that, then it's like, yeah, bro, you got people out there that be liking to cheat. I'm not trying to play up against cheaters. That's why I'm telling you, that's one of the main reasons why I don't be playing games like Call of Duty Warzone or any other FPS shooter style game out there, because you're not getting the experience that you want to get. Me, I'm trying to have a fun experience. I'm trying to say good and nice things about this game, but it's like currently right now, it's like, it's just, all I can really say about this game is that it's just another PvP shooter. I'm not going to say that it's the best game that I've ever played in my whole life, but also I'm not going to say that it's the worst game that I've ever played in my whole life. It's just one of those games where it's like, if you're looking for a PvP shooter style game, then yeah, Bodycam is the game for you. But if you're going into this game expecting like a whole arsenal of a bunch of different things that you can do, you're limited. You're pretty much just limited to PvP content. And that's like, I feel like one of the downfalls to games nowadays, where it's like you're limiting people. At least like with Call of Duty, it's like, yeah, they might have that option to like the Warzone option, and then but in like multiplayer and all that other stuff, but at least they do have options where it's like you ain't even got to play up against people. You know, we got the story mode and we got zombies, so it's like, I guess like if you don't just strictly like PvP stuff, yeah, we have other options out there in case if you don't even want to deal with cheaters, because it's like, who's gonna really be cheating in campaign? Who's gonna be cheating in zombies? You know, so yeah, it's like you don't hear stuff like that, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you want to avoid stuff like that, then fam, you got to add single player or even PvE options, so people ain't even dealing with stuff like that. Because I know I don't like cheaters. When I be watching those videos and seeing people cheat in the game, it's like, you can get on that person, but at the same time, I just feel that the video game needs to have more single player options, so you ain't even worried about stuff like that. I would rather... No, this is, and I feel like even if they're not even adding a zombie mode, fam, imagine a, like, you're not even so much as like a defending the, but all right, so you know how like they kind of had like the terrorist hunt mode in Rainbow Six Siege around the time when the game came out, but just even in Rainbow Six, that series where it's like you're just going throughout a building just shooting enemies and stuff. I feel like that's so much better than, because they do have like a shooting range in the game, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool, but I'm like, you're not really getting a feel of the game if you're just sitting at a shooting range and you're just aiming at like targets. I'm like, no, I need to have it where I get a better understanding of the maps. So that's why I'm saying they should have that option where it's like you're going up against NPCs, or the NPCs, so it's like I can get a better feel of the game. So it's like, if I do decide to go out and play PvP, I know the map, I know what to do, I know how to handle this game, I'm testing out different weapons, seeing which weapon I feel comfortable with, but it's like, I'm over here playing it against people, and it's like I'm getting the feel of it against people, and it's like I just feel, and it's like, and there ain't nothing wrong with that, but I'm like, with me on the other hand, I'm like, nah, bro, I gotta get a better feel, but it's like I gotta practice, it's like when you look at like sport teams and stuff, like, let's just talk on sports for an example. You don't see these guys out there practicing in the middle of the NBA finals. No, they're gonna be practicing behind the scenes, closed doors, and I'm just saying, games like this definitely need a practice mode, but a shooting range isn't. It's a form of practice, I guess, if you're trying to get like a better, or just overall get a feel of the gun, but I feel like that they need to have like scenarios or just like practice modes, or even modes where it's like you're going up against NPCs, and I'm like, games like that, I'm like, you need more than just PvP isn't enough, especially for people like me, where it's like, when I grew up playing video games, like, I just even naming off some games right now that like I've been playing a little bit of. Gran Turismo. It's like, that's a game where it's like, they have like a gang of different things that you can do in there. What are some other games? Project Gotham Racing. I'm talking like on old games. Like, these are games I've just recently been playing, but I'm like, fam, it comes with so much content. That's what games need to have. It's like, if you're trying to attract a whole audience, like, let's say for an example, as a content creator, if you're trying to attract a whole audience, you can't just post one video and then assume that like every audience or everybody in the world is going to see that video. No, you got to do things that's going to attract it. You got to do more. You got to have more than just that one video. So it's like, I'm saying, it's one of those things. It's like, there might be some videos that don't make it, might be some videos that do make it, but I'm just saying, and that's just how it is with this game. There might be some modes where a lot of people play it, might be some modes where a lot of people don't play it, but at the end of the day, have those options. I get that there's only 2 people developing this game, but I'm like, fam, I've played games where only one person has developed a game, and it comes with so many different things that you can do. It might be repetitive, but I feel like in this day and age, it's like repetitiveness shouldn't even matter. I know I hear when people, and they talk on stuff like that, they're like, oh, the game is just so repetitive, you're doing the same thing over and over again. I'm like, I would rather do that than to just, it's like, the funny thing is like, when they say things like that, it's like, what's the difference between a repetitive game where you're doing missions where it's like, let's say like every other or every like 5th mission is the same, but it's like that with all 5 of those missions. Like, let's say the first mission, they have you save somebody. Second mission, they just got you taking out a bunch of people. Third mission, they got you recovering a package. 4th mission, they just got you going around finding random items and stuff. And then the 5th mission is like an extraction type mission where it's like, let's say like if we're playing Bodycam, you're going through the jungle and you're just trying to get to a helicopter and extract. They got you doing that over and over and over again. What would be different from that, from you playing multiplayer, where it's like you already know what you're about to do, you already know what you're getting? It's confusing when they say stuff like that. And it'll be about like some games out there where it's like, you see where it's like that person will be playing a multiplayer game, and it's like, what's different? I'm like, a multiplayer game is repetitive too. So it's like, yeah, it's just one of those things where it's just they need to have more than just one option in the game. And it's like, I know you guys growing up, it's like talking on the two developers, I know you guys played games where it had a lot of different things in there. So that's issue. And it's another thing that I wanted to say. It's like, yeah, it's like, it's like you just gotta add more stuff. But another thing that I wanted to say is that do not give up on this game. Do not give up. I know that's like everybody might not be liking the game right now. Well, I know the game is mostly positive. I think that is good. But do not give up on this game. Do not let it be a game where it's like the next update that you guys come out with or the next like big giant thing that you come out with is like a year or two from now. People ain't trying to be waiting that long for a game. I'm not trying to wait that long to get the modes I wanted. So it's like have that stuff out as soon as possible. But it can't be on some stuff where I'm like, oh, I gotta wait like 2-3 years from now just to get the full experience from the game. And it's let me just see how long they said that this game was gonna be in early access, because I'm curious now. So approximately how long? So there's like, we anticipate that Bodycam will be in early access for a few years depending on the community feedback and the improvement we want to make. Final version will be significantly different from early access with many new features and additions that have made. Yeah, that's, oh my god, it's like I just don't like seeing stuff like that, because it's just then that overall, because I ain't seen games out there where developers, they'll like come out with an update, there'll be like a significant big update, and it'll be like a year or two later, and I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to wait no year or two later for no big giant updates. So it's like one of those things where I guess like maybe I recommend like adding like mods in there where it's like modded game modes where it's like, oh, you can like, it's just the community is also helping you guys with the game. But yeah, it's like, so I'm like, work on that, because I'm like, I think that definitely would help out a little bit with the game and stuff, get from a mostly positive rating to a very positive, if not that, an overwhelmingly positive rating and stuff. But yeah, it's just, I just think that, like games like this, it's just, yeah, it like, I like it. I think it's a solid game. I haven't really played too many, because there was that one Bodycam game that they announced a while back, and I'm like, fam, I hadn't seen or heard from that game, and it's like, here it is, this game just came up, this Bodycam game just came up out of nowhere, and yeah, and it got released. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, dope. So I'm like, all right, let's see how this new genre of FPS games go and things. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, if you're viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe viewing this on podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.